Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Voiceflow tutorial video. Today we are going to be learning about reprompts and error handling, which allows us to choose what happens when the user does not say what we're expecting, or they don't say anything at all when prompted to do so. Let's head over to our project and I'll show you what I mean. So here we are on the Voiceflow canvas, and we have the Voiceflow pizza project open, which we built in a previous tutorial. And the first thing we're going to want to do is add in a reprompt, which is going to be what happens if the user does not say what we're expecting. So right now we have the else path right here within our choice step. And as we covered in a previous video, the else path allows us to decide what happens if the user does not activate any of the available paths within a choice step. So in this example, we have the number 1 path, which has the order pizza intent. And if that's not activated, then we have the number 2 path here, which is the cancel order intent. And if that's not activated, then we are going to head down to the else path. And so what we're doing right now is if the user does not trigger the order pizza intent or the cancel order intent, then they're going down here to our error path where we have a speak block that is going to say, please let me know what kind of pizza you would like. And you can see that we're bringing them back up to make that choice again. Now, what if they made the error twice in a row? Maybe we'd want to customize the way we manage this error path so we're not always saying the same thing over and over again. Plus, if you have a large project, having lots of error paths can get very messy in a hurry, especially when you consider this figure 8 organization. So instead what we can do is we can go into the choice step here and into the else path. And then we can actually click on this and you'll see right now it says path, but we can change the else type to a reprompt. And what you'll see is that removes the else path. And I'm going to delete this line as well. And now with our choice step, we can go in and we can add multiple different reprompts. And so these here are called no matches, which are triggered when the user says something that doesn't match with any of the above intents. So what will happen here is that on the first time the user fails to match any intents, the assistant will initiate no match 1. Then if the user says something that doesn't match a second time, it's going to play no match 2. And finally, if they say something that does not match any of the available intents for the third time, it's going to trigger no match 3. So here we can say, what kind of pizza would you like? And then we can go ahead and say, please order a pizza, or cancel your order. And we can get even more specific here with our third option and tell them exactly what to do. So we'll say, please say order pizza or cancel order. And so here we're using the narrowing principle, which in conversation design means we're going to start more broad using a question like, what kind of pizza would you like? And then we're going to narrow the question a bit more. So we'll go with, please order a pizza or cancel your order. And finally, in no match 3, we're telling them almost exactly what to say in order to activate an intent. Great. So you can tell that this is much more compact. We don't need this error path anymore down here. And this definitely looks a lot cleaner on our canvas. And we have 3 different customized reprompts now in case the user does not activate either the order pizza or the cancel order intent. So now let's hop into our prototyping tab so we can see this in action.
Welcome to Voiceflow Pizza. How can we help?
So I've used the Joey voice right there, but I believe it switches back to Alexa in the next response. So let's try pineapple.
What kind of pizza would you like?
There we go. So there's reprompt 1. So now we'll say pineapple again.
Please order a pizza or cancel your order.
And so from there, let's now say order pizza.
What size pizza do you want?
Great. So our last answer successfully activated the order pizza intent, and we are back to progressing through our conversation, where we are now required to provide the necessary slots to move past this choice step. This is Voiceflow's dialogue management system, which we went over in detail in another tutorial, but let's not worry about that for now. Let's just stick to reprompts and error handling. And so we now see our reprompts are working, and that's great. Now let's talk about what happens if the user doesn't say anything at all. And that's where the no reply response comes in. So if we go back into our choice step again, and in here we actually click on these 3 dots, we can add a no reply response. And so when we do this, we can actually go ahead and just add an option for when the user says nothing at all. So let's write a response here. Please order a pizza or cancel. Actually, you know what? Let's say this. Let's go, hello, are you still there? If so, please order a pizza or cancel your order. Okay, great. So now we can go back to our choice step, and you'll see that we have multiple different reprompts in case the user says something that doesn't match one of our available intents. And we also have a no reply response in there as well if the user doesn't reply. If I decide I want to turn off the no reply response, that's not a problem. I can go ahead and remove it right here. Okay, great. So that's everything on reprompt and error handling. Let's recap what we went over today. So to summarize what we learned about reprompt and error handling is that they allow you to have a much more engaging conversational experience where the user doesn't have to worry about messing up and they don't have to say exactly what you need. You can always guide them back to the right happy path by reinforcing the type of information you would like them to respond with. We've now come to the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching with us today, and we'll see you in the next one.